Introduction to Force. By the end of this topic, you will be able to describe force and its types. In our daily life, we use a muscular effort to bring any stationary object into motion or to stop a moving object. This muscular effect is called force. A force is a push or pull upon an object due to its interaction with other object. It results in certain change, either concerning its movement, direction, or dimensions. Examples of pull. A bullock applies a force of pull in moving a cart. Two teams pulling the rope in the tug of war are applying the force of pull. Examples of push. A car moves in the forward direction by applying a force of push. Pushing a ball lying on the surface on the ground. Examples of deformation by a force are stretching of spring, squeezing of lemon. Force is a vector quantity as it has magnitude as well as direction. Force is measured with the SI unit of Newton and represented by the symbol F. The length of the arrow represents magnitude and head of the arrow represents direction of the force. The point on a body where a force acts is called the point of application of force. Line A drawn through the point of application of the force in the direction of force is called the line of action of force. Types of force. In general, forces are classified into two classes. Contact forces. Action at a distance forces. Contact forces. Contact forces result when the two interacting objects physically contact each other, one by which force is exerted and other on which the force is exerted. Examples of contact forces include pulling of cart, stretching of a coiled spring, and kicking of the football. Action at a distance forces. Action at a distance forces do not involve physical contact between the two objects but act through the space between the two. Examples of such forces are gravitational force, electrical force, and magnetic force. Resultant force. The single force which acts on a body to produce the same effect in it as is done by all the forces collectively is called the resultant force. Balanced forces. When two equal and opposite forces are applied simultaneously on an object, then the object will not move. This is referred to as balanced forces. For example, a wooden block to which are tied two strings P and Q. Now, if we apply a force F1 on the string P, the wooden block will move towards right. Conversely, if we apply a force F2 on the string Q, the wooden block will move towards left. However, if the forces F1 and F2 are equal and applied simultaneously on the wooden block, then the wooden block will not move. A body is said to be under balanced forces when the resultant body is zero. The balanced forces cannot set any stationary body into motion, cannot change the speed or velocity of a moving body, may change the shape and size of a soft object. Unbalanced forces. When the two forces of unequal magnitude are applied in opposite direction of an object, then the object moves in the direction of large force. These forces are called unbalanced forces. Let us perform an activity to understand this concept. Take a smooth wooden block having side hooks. Place it over a smooth table. Now, tie two strong strings or strands with side hooks. Pass this thread over two pulleys attached to the edges of the table. Now, attach two weights of unequal magnitudes with the free ends of the threads. We will observe that the wooden block is moved towards the direction of heavy weight. The net force acting on the object is equal to the difference between these two unequal forces. Therefore, the net force acting on the block F is equal to F2 minus F1. When the resultant of all the forces acting on the body is not zero, then these forces are called unbalanced forces. An unbalanced force can set a body at rest into motion, slow down or stop a body in motion, can change the direction of a body. Summary. Let us summarize what we learned in this topic. A force is a push or pull upon an object due to its interaction with another object. In general, force is classified as contact force and action at a distance force. When two equal and opposite forces are applied simultaneously on an object, then the object will not move. This is referred to as balanced forces. When the two forces of unequal magnitude are applied in opposite direction of an object, then the object moves in the direction of large force. These forces are called unbalanced forces.